Hello everyone, today we are going to study recursion. So recursion happens when a function calls itself on smaller inputs. So there are two ingredients of a recursive solution. The first one is base case and the other is a recursive step. So in base case or cases, depending on the problem, you might have several base cases. What happens is that you have hard coded the solution in the program itself. You don't really solve it, but you return the already known solution in the base case. In the recursive step, however, you combine smaller solutions of the same problem into a bigger solution. So what happens is you will call the same function on a subset of that problem, on a smaller part of that problem, and then maybe combine several of them together to build up a bigger solution. And the property that the recursive step should have is that all of these smaller problems, when further broken down into smaller problems, they should lead to the base cases which you have already hard coded in your program. So let's consider the example of computing factorial of a number. Now factorial of a positive integer is defined as the product of natural numbers from 1 till that number. And let's say the number is n, then factorial of n is equal to n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 and so on till 1. Now in the base case, we know that factorial of 1 is equal to 1 simply. And in the recursive step, we can actually set up a recursive solution and observe that factorial of n is simply n times factorial of n minus 1 by definition itself. Now this is a recursive solution because factorial of n, in order to compute itself, it has to also compute the value of factorial of n minus 1. Now let's see how Python evaluates such functions. So what happens is, let's say we call the function on argument 6. Now it doesn't know the solution yet, so it has to call factorial of 5, which in turn will call factorial 4, 3, 2 and so on, till it encounters 1, in which case the function knows what the output is, and that output is 1. So factorial of 2 will become equal to 2 times 1, and then so on. It will keep on returning these values one by one to the function which called it, and factorial of 6 will eventually get computed, as you can see in the animation. Now let's consider the case of Fibonacci numbers. So in the Fibonacci numbers, there are two base cases. Fibonacci of 0 and 1 are both defined to be 1. And the recursive step consists of computing Fibonacci of n minus 1 and adding it to the Fibonacci of n minus 2 to get the value of Fibonacci of n. So as you can see it in the black box, this is how the Python program will look like. And notice that each Fibonacci function calls two more Fibonacci functions on smaller inputs. So let's see what happens when we call Fibonacci of 4. So it will call to make two recursive calls, Fibonacci of 2 and Fibonacci of 3. But since it doesn't know the value of Fibonacci of 3, it will do this recursive call again on Fibonacci of 2, which will in turn call Fibonacci of 1. And Fibonacci of 1 is known to us, so it will get returned to Fibonacci of 2. And then it will compute the Fibonacci of 0 and add it together to get Fibonacci of 2 is equal to 3. So basically you can see that when we make a call to Fibonacci of 4, all these base cases get evaluated and then they are combined to form bigger and bigger problems until we arrive at Fibonacci of 4. Now we are going to consider the problem of Tower of Hanoi. In this problem, there are 3 pegs A, B and C, and you've got n disks of different sizes and they can fit on any of these pegs which are given to you. And the puzzle, it will start with the disks in a stack in an ascending order of size on peg A. And the objective is to move this stack in this configuration itself, that is in an ascending order, onto peg C. And now you have to observe some constraints basically. Now the rules of Tower of Hanoi are quite simple. You can move only one disk at a time. The disk has to move from the top of the stack onto top of another stack or an empty peg basically. And that no larger disk may be placed on top of a smaller disk. Next, we are going to define a solution for Tower of Hanoi. And we're going to set up a recursive solution for this problem. So let's call the function which solves Tower of Hanoi as Hanoi. And it takes 4 inputs, which is sufficient for us to describe this problem fully. N is the number of disks. Start is the name of the initial peg on which all the disks are kept in this ascending order. And then aux is the name of the peg which will be used for intermediate steps. And end is the name of the disk on which all the disks end up finally in ascending order again. For example, the problem which we have, if you want to solve it for 3 disks, then the function call which we have to make would be Hanoi 3ABC. Now we are going to define what the output of the function would be. So it is sufficient to output simply a pair of pegs, a list of pair of pegs. So basically we will output X pointing to Y, and it means that pick up the topmost disk on peg named X and put it on top of the stack on peg Y. For example, if I want to solve for 2 disks and all the disks are initially on peg A and they want to end up on C, then you can verify that the output can be described simply by saying move top disk from A to B, top disk from A to C, and then from B to C, and you will get the final solution. Now we are going to observe some of the properties of this solution that we are looking for. Suppose I want to solve Tower of Hanoi with the same initial setup, so all of the disks are on peg A, but I want to change the destination to B instead of C. So I'm going to use C, but end up all the disks on B. So how do we make the function call? The function call will simply be Hanoi of n, same number of disks, start on A, use C, and end up on B. So this is the function call which we'll make. We can also solve the problem with a different starting peg completely. So if all the disks were on B initially, and I want to end up on C and use A as auxiliary, then Hanoi n BAC is the function call we are going to make. Now we are going to construct a recursive solution for this Tower of Hanoi problem. And there are 2 questions which we need to ask. The first question is about the base case. So the base case is the case when there is only one disk on the peg A. And the output what we are looking for is simply move the disk from peg A onto the peg C. Don't even use peg B, which is there. The solution is really trivial for one disk. Now for the recursive step, observe that what we really need to do is, suppose somebody gives us the solution for moving n-1 disks from some starting position start, ending up at end using the auxiliary peg aux. So these are basically relabelings probably, like maybe I want to move from B to C using A or something. So what happens is that after moving n-1 disk, aux will remain empty and the largest disk will still be lying on start peg. Notice that the largest disk does not hinder the movement of the smaller disks at all. Now we are going to talk about the details of Hanoi n ABC function. What we have is there are n disks in ascending order lying on this peg A. The largest disk has been marked out as green. And what we want to do is we want to move this stack onto this peg C using this peg B. So let's use a smaller solution. And this is how we use it. So we are going to move n-1 disk from A to B using C. And when that happens, this is the figure we get. Now we are going to move the largest disk from A to C. And this is how we achieve it. After that, we again know the solution of moving n-1 disk. So we can call Hanoi function again with the appropriate starting and ending pegs. So its starting peg is B and ending peg should be C, and A is the one which you use for intermediate steps. And you end up with a configuration which is what you wanted in the end. And this is how you can convert the idea which was explained in the previous slide into a Python program. So what we have is a function defined to be Hanoi. It takes 4 arguments. N is the number of disks. A is the starting one. B is the intermediate, and C is the ending peg. And we have to be strings. And we hard code the base case. So if n is equal to 1, you simply print out move top disk from A onto C, and then you simply return. Otherwise, you use this recursive solution. You're going to move n-1 top disks on peg A onto B using this peg C. So it will print out, it will find it out recursively using this function itself, and then in the end it will move the largest disk from A to C, and then finally move back the n-1 disks onto the C peg, giving us the final solution. This is the last slide. Thank you for your attention and have a good day.